Hey, what's going on, everybody? DK is back here. Literally, like, back here behind the camera. I decided to go on this side just so I could do the ink and the cards justice. I really tried setting this up so I could be in front of the camera, but the lighting's just not great. It's probably around 8 o'clock right now. The sun's still out a little bit, or, it's light out. It's light out, but I just couldn't get the lighting right. And this video, I'd like to really take my time on the cards. Normally, things get piled up for me. I do have a pile. Things get more piled up than this, usually, and I feel like I have to rush. So I don't want to rush because it kind of starting to feel like you guys don't get my passion for the cards. Every single auto I get, I really covet. So I do have a mini stack today since my last video. So if you haven't seen my other upload from today, check it out. It's really regarding these customs. I have several, many, a lot. I'm not sure. We have a lot of customs, but the backdrop today just happens to be these old Russian nesting dolls. They were actually giveaways back in like 07, 08. So it was back when the Brewers were fun to watch. So yeah, this one is Bill Hall's in the middle. Look at this, so silly. I mean, Brewers were giving away some good stuff back in the day, huh? And we got Prince Fielder. Check that out with the little the stash. How great's that? And then we had Ricky Weeks in the retro pinstripes. Before, oh, giving me shivers. You hear that? So there's Ricky Weeks, Richard Weeks, whatever he goes by now. And then J.J. Hardy, who's had great success since leaving Milwaukee. I really couldn't stand him, really, honestly, on the Brewers. He did sign for me through the mail, and I got him in person here at a signing, a free signing at Miller Park during the Arctic cold. An Arctic cold night. I remember it was Ricky Weeks, Corey Hart, Braun, Gallardo, and everything. So I actually had these and got Hardy to sign that, and this one was signed on the back. But since, like I was saying, I used to be really annoyed by him because for a shortstop, he's so slow. And then of all things, I didn't know back then that Ricky Weeks is a hard sig. I probably would have got him on some cards. Instead, I got him on his nesting doll. That might have been at a Brewers Friday night signing. And then here's Bill Hall. I think the large Prince Fielder variation is lost, but yeah, those were giveaways. So you could get Hardy on the outside, Weeks on the outside, and Bill Hall on the outside, and Prince Fielder on the outside. And then I got over here, I got Hank Aaron. I won't go through the set of that. And then I got the man, the myth, the fraud. Says he seems like a nice guy on the camera, but in person seems to be a grumpy old man from what everybody says. And then, lastly, I am not chewing my son's head, but this was our first experience at Chuck E. Cheese today. Wanted to go there quick before the wife got home tomorrow from Vegas. And I thought I would sneak in there and sneak out before it got busy on Friday, but we got out of there at 7:30 and it was still dead. And yeah, their pizza still really sucks. It went through a phase where it was good, but today it was terrible. Just terrible. I feel bad, but the kids had a good time. What else did I get from JJ? JJ also got his first photo card. So there he is, looking all like, what am I looking at? Chuck E. Cheese PD. That's his little ID card. So that's that. JJ's upstairs. He will not be making an appearance. So let's get into the cards. Going to be most recent to latest. Or wait, most recent to oldest. Got a TTM return from Shinzo Machida, who is Lyoto, the Dragon Machida's brother. He had told me he signed and sent back, but I wasn't getting it. So the next mail day, I actually got a postage due, went, and I had to go pay $218 because he had put these, what do you want to call them? Bands? Wristbands? Yeah, wristbands. He had put these wristbands in as extras in my little tiny self-addressed stamped envelope. So here we go. Two rookies customs he signed for me. This one I should have put Familia for the Brazil wording for family, but he had held on to this for a couple days for Leota to come back into town. He signed it. So that's Leota the Dragon Machida. And then this is Chinzo on his own rookies custom. And I didn't do the back on this one or this one. I've been kind of getting lazy on that. That's kind of what takes the longest on the rookies app, is to do the backs, because you're using. I use my iPhone and I don't have my laptop open at the same time to type it, so I copy paste, and it's just a hassle with an iPhone. So yeah, sorry for you Android users, you can't download the app yet. I know Mike O just dropped a comment on my last vid, so hopefully they get you guys set up on Android. Otherwise, just hey, go to your nephew or your little kid and snatch their iPod and get busy. This was in a swap. I sent off a Matt Wyman signed round 1 for this extra that somebody on the group had. Another shameless plug of TTM MMA. Check it out, guys. All one word on the Facebook. So this is my self-made Rookies app error custom card because I forgot the N. I reprinted it and sent Cody the one to keep. And he is on the current Ultimate Fighter season, coaching versus TJ Dillashaw. So got my own error card signed. I'll probably send him again in the future. Send to Ultimate Fitness on what you want to call it, Folsom Boulevard. That's where it's at. So Daniel Strauss, former featherweight champ at Bellator, corresponded really nicely with me on Instagram and got the second one done. I gave him, I think I printed one of these for him to keep. So I got hooked up in his Instagram story. Speaking of Instagram, I've been wanting to ask you guys to follow me on there so we can connect on there. I am at DEEAKAY316. DAK316. So follow me out there and let's connect that way. This was sent to a private home address. I just kind of rounded up. Signed the 3 of, I think it was, I forget what it was. I think 3 of 3. So I got like the Moment of Truth Rainbow. I got the Onyx, the Gold, and the Base. And these 3 he gave me in place of the one that he kept that I wanted to sign. It was a poster insert card. So yeah, I'm going to stop saying so much if I can. So some of these might be extras. I know I for sure they have this, and I probably have that. They might be upgrades, but I'm going to have 2 extras for sure. So yeah, Kenny Florian hooked me up. I got that rainbow done all in one TTM. I was only asking for other ones signed, but I think I sent 3 other ones for him to keep, plus he kept that poster insert. Jimmy El Terror Rivera signed 1 of 1 for me. I sent 1 for him to keep also. See, here we go. I actually took the time to do the back. I usually try to put their full real name, date of birth, and then just some debut stats. I'm into the debut stats over other things. My last video I dropped a comment about, or a hint to the fact that I was getting well-known coaches to sign cards also. This is the Pitmaster, John Hackelman, who I tried getting his attention in Chicago at weigh-ins back in 2013, and I was calling him by the wrong name, so he never turned around. But he is well known for being in Chuck Liddell's corner. Really like this one. These came out nice. I gave, I think one of these, printed one of these for Ben to keep. He recently won his 1FC bout to remain champ. For one championship is now the name of the organization. Funky Ben Askren is a well-known wrestling coach here in Wisconsin. And this is, it says 1FC, but it's actually one championship now. It used to be called One Fight Club or One Fight Championship, and this is when he was Bellator's welterweight champ. Another well-known coach, Ray Longo, signed 1 of 1 on a Rookies custom for me. Didn't do the back. So yeah, what I do is I send the image over to myself, and I use my laptop paint application. I just put a filled-in box with no outline on the bottom in like a white or a gray. And I send it back to myself and open it on my iPhone. This is a second chance on, what does he go by? OAB. I call him Ollie when I chat with him on Facebook. Signed 3 of 3. Wish he didn't personalize, but it is what it is. I just don't like it. It takes up too much room and doesn't say from when they do it. It's like to David and just their name. but why doesn't it say to me from you? I don't know. I don't like that. Blah, blah, blah. So here we go. Another TTM success from Carlos Jr., Antonio Carlos Jr., signing a fine black Sharpie or gel pen. Nice guy. Saad Awad signed 1 of 1 for me. I think I gave him one to keep. Maybe I didn't. I forget. Awesome card. Thank you for the message and support. You're the man, Saad. I like those notes. Look at this. Butterbean with his real name. Eric Etch. Signed 1 of 1 for me. I did up the back. So peep that. Kind of became known of him when he boxed that one wrestler, Bart Gunn. So here's another coach and president of 2 different organizations. It was World Series of Fighting, now it's the Professional Fight League. Sugar Ray Sefo, care of Extreme Couture. Another coach, I met him in Florida in 2015 after weigh-ins at the Fighter Hotel. Rafael Cordero, again with a spelling error, supposed to be an EI. So yeah, signed in silver. I put the box down there thinking that they would be using black, so he used silver. Could have left it black. The James Krause signed 1 of 1. I didn't give him one to keep. This was actually in Chicago, 2015. I was at this fight with my wife and some friends. Eric Red Schaefer is a well-known guy, coach up here in the Milwaukee area. So he sent me a note back. I actually did up the back. This was in my first couple of orders. So sent me a note. Told me if I need anything else signed, send it his way. I kind of feel bad I didn't give one to keep, but I kind of skimp sometimes. I mentioned Brian Barberina in my last video. Really nice guy. Gave him one to keep, and then I'm sending him some more. Bam Bam. The note is from Bam Bam, so there you go. That's appreciation you get from these guys, and then just a few more guys. 2 different TTMs from Frankie Edgar, signs everything you have. Super great signer. I always give guys cards to keep typically when I'm sending tops. So these are all new additions. I don't double dip on cards I've had done before unless I'm really looking to upgrade. And on him, if you want a nice signature, add for nickname inscription. So I asked for the answer, so rather than just getting the F loop E. I love this card. Octagon side. And this is the high impact. And then a bedazzle refractor of the 13 finest, and slipped it into the card sleeve before it was dry. Finally, Smiling Sam Elvey signed the envelope a little bit nicer than he signed the cards. And I should have did more of, I'd kind of have 2 of the same thing going on here. But he's going to be fighting Sugar Rashad Evans here pretty soon. I think they just had their fight announced. But he and I went to the same high school. And of all things, he went on to college to play trumpet semi-professionally. How about that? So Waterford Union High School here in Waterford, Wisconsin. But maybe a decade apart from each other. Me being earlier than him. So Smiling Sam Elvey, it would have been nice to get a fighting pose, but these 2 images were too hard to pass up. And I think that's it, guys. That is it. I feel like I did these cards a little bit more justice. The only thing I didn't comment on was how much I liked each one. I liked them all. And I'm excited to put them in the pages that I picked up earlier this week. Then after I'm done doing that, I'm going to put them in this binder here where they're waiting for collages. So all this side is portrait cards, and this side is a massive stack of all the landscape ones. So you can see my madness. So that's it, guys. Enjoy the fights tomorrow, Lord willing. Max Blessed Holloway will demolish Jose Aldo and usher in the new era of, oh geez, I don't even know what weight class, but it's the 145 pounders, where Conor McGregor used to be the champ before they took the belt from him because he wasn't going to defend it because it is bad for his body. That's it. You guys all have a great Sunday and a great week, and Lord willing, we'll be back with you really soon with more TTMs next week. Peace.